Hi you guys, happy Tuesday. I'm back in my house. So I'm like half moved in. It's kind of a disaster, but that seems to be how I do things. So it's nice to be back in my space. I'm feeling a little bit more at home now. But yeah, I'm excited to show you guys about the past week and weekend. It has been really busy. As per usual, I like to cram a whole bunch of stuff into a day and then realize like, oh my God, it's hard to do all of this. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to show you how the weekend went. His head is on hot sauce. Hi, pretty mama. Grinchy has this little routine when I go to catch her. She walks away. She doesn't usually trot or anything, but she walks away, walks by me a couple times, and then comes up to me so I can catch her. And again. Oh, I'm not done yet. Okay. Are we done now? Yeah. Good girl. And then she walks up to me and I can catch her. You're a goof. I'm sorry, did you want treats? She's like, come on, lady. I know they're in there. How about you? Yeah, I got more for you, don't worry. I know. Alright, well, I'm on the road. A dog, a cat, 3 horses. And we're headed to Williams Lake. So I'm up tonight in the night perf. And it's Jada's first like actual performance, I guess. I don't know, I guess we did that rodeo a few weeks ago, that open rodeo, and the short go was a little bit more of like a performance with the crowd and noises and stuff, but this one's gonna be even more than that. So I'm sure she'll do great. I'm pretty excited, and glad I got both my girls with me today. And I just got in just before I left, I got a call from a flower company, and they're like, you have flowers coming. What day is it? Like thinking it's not my birthday, like whatever. And so I get these flowers and they're from Cody, and they say good luck and I miss you. Like, what a sweetheart. So I think I better keep him. Hello, kids. So something kind of cool about this rodeo is it's very Canadian in that it is actually in a hockey arena. So they haul in a bunch of dirt, and it's kind of fun because look at us parked right in the middle of a parking lot. Just gonna go ride in the arena before the rodeo starts. Alright, well, I'm just getting ready to go hop on my horse. I'm a little bit nervous today. Cody asked me why, and I was like, I don't even know. I think just because I haven't run at this rodeo before, maybe. I'm here by myself, I don't know. But I'm going to turn nervous into excited. It's going to be good. We had a good practice yesterday. Jada's ready. It's going to be a good run. Pretty excited. So, here we go. Being that this rodeo is actually in a hockey arena, there's no warm-up pins. So, luckily, there's a park right next door to this arena, and that's where we get to warm up. Well, we're all done our run. Poor Jada. I think she was really scared. I also put a new bit in her mouth, and I think it's too much bit because I'm a pretty light-handed rider, and I went to my second barrel to check on her, and she was like almost stopped in the middle of her run. So now we've learned this is not a good bit. But she handled it really well. She walked up the alley, and it's a long alleyway through a bunch of stock chutes full of bowls and everything, and she handled all of that like a rock star. And there was a lot going on in that arena, so pretty excited that she took it all in and made a clean run, and yeah. Okay, so I figured that we'd be pretty far off because we had a lot of bobbles and it wasn't really the best run. But I just looked back at last year and it looks like they paid down to a 14.1 and Jada just ran a 14.5. So considering all the trouble that we had, that's not really that bad. So that made me a little happier even, because I thought she handled it all really well. Hey Jada. Oh, you guys like our new trailer? Yeah? Comfy? How was your sleep, guys? Arrow? Good morning, Grinchy.
Definitely plan to.
Alright, well, I'm headed south down to Logan Lake for the barrel race today. We had a really good night. I was visiting with my friend Carly and her husband Miles and their 3 little boys and a bunch of friends. We all stayed there at their place. And yeah, it was a really good visit with some friends and all that. I was gonna say too, like, the reason I haven't entered this rodeo for a long time was that it was notorious for really bad ground. So I'm not, like you guys know, I don't really whine a whole lot about ground. I kind of will run on, you know, it's part of wanting to rodeo. You kind of got to run on a bit of everything. But it was dangerous. So like to the point where it was basically a game of what horse could stand on their feet, and numerous horses would fall. And for me, I was like, well, why would I haul 6 hours to the first rodeo of the year for my horse to fall on its face? So I always just skipped it. Well, a few years ago, the committee decided to put some money into the ground, and they hired Miles and his company to do the ground. So Miles puts a ton of work into making that ground not just safe, but really awesome for us to run on. And I ran a horse yesterday, Jada, who is not an experienced rodeo horse, so she hasn't really run on a whole bunch of different kinds of ground, and she had no problems at all. It felt wonderful. So huge thank you to Miles and the committee for realizing that. And you know, it's always a good thing in our sport when money and time and effort gets put into making the ground safe for us barrel racers. So I'm really, really grateful that that happened at this rodeo, and now it's another one for me to enter through the year. So I just had this realization that I actually don't know where I'm going. I thought I typed the arena into my GPS, and I didn't. I typed the, I don't know, the region, I guess. And there's no cell service out here. I have no words. Are you guys waiting your turn? Are you good girls?
So what's that supposed to be about, baby? Get free up your mind and stop acting crazy. Reminisce on the good time daily. Why you trying to pose like I be acting shady? Baby, we need some time alone, so we can just breathe.
16.810.
Okay, well, I just stopped at a gas station quickly here before I get home. So I am having a day today. I don't know why. I don't know. I think that's part of being human, and maybe sometimes when you've experienced some hard things, some days are just difficult. So a lot of little things piled up today, and I let it get to me. And I didn't ride the best today, but my girls did good, so I gotta be happy with them. Yeah, as I was, I was late, and I didn't know where I was going, and I was already distracted, and I was just having a hard time. And then as I was leaving the barrel race, I took kind of a weird angle leaving the arena, and I caught the step to my living quarters and ripped it off the trailer. And as soon as I felt it, I was like, you've got to be kidding me, like one more thing today. So I get out of the trailer and I go out there, and Jessica, who owns the Cowgirl Braided Tack, who is the sweetest girl in the world, I was so glad she was there. She helped me lift the step and put it into my trailer to take it home because it was completely detached. And I was like, you've got to be kidding, like one more thing goes wrong, I just don't know. And I got into the truck and I just cried my eyes out. It was just like, I don't know, just too many things piled up, and everything was getting to me, and then that was just the icing on the cake. So I don't know, I'm almost home. I got myself a coffee, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, it's gonna be okay somehow. I don't know, I'm just having a day. But the other thing is I ran little Jada left today, and the lady that owned her before me and that trained her, she run her left actually, and she said to me when I went to try her that she prefers her left, but she can also run right, and I prefer to run right. So I've been running her to the right barrel first, and the reason that she swapped her to the left was that she found she was getting a little bit flat on her left turns, and I realized now that I've run her a few times that she does kind of want to get flat, and I sort of struggle with getting her into the right position. So although she does get flat, I should, as a jockey, be able to kind of get her into the right spot, but for whatever reason I'm struggling with that. So today I ran her left, and she actually did pretty good. I think the first jackpot paid to a 16.3, and she was at 16.3 still. She just wasn't fast enough to make 1D money. So yeah, she's still in the 1D. And then the second race, she ran a 16.4, and yeah, it was still in the 1D. Like, she's just so quick that she makes up the time. But yeah, Grinchy did awesome. She was very last hole in the 1D. It's like, so close. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna head home now. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. And some of you might remember last week I mentioned that I was going to be interviewed for a radio show. So what that show is it's called the Rodeo Marketing Show, and it's actually part of the Horse Radio Network. It airs, I think it's April 30th. I'm gonna put a link down below anyways, just so you guys have it, and then I'm gonna probably put it in again next week. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that. And something that they do as well is they do podcasts, which is my new favorite thing. So you can still, even if you can't hear it on the actual day that it goes live, you can still go back and hear it in kind of an archive or whatever. So I was really honored that they contacted me, and pretty cool to get to talk a little bit about my channel and my YouTube stuff and what I'm doing. So it was really interesting that they found me, and then cool to get to talk about it with them. So that's going to be kind of cool, and that, like I said, it's going to be airing April 30th. So thanks for watching, you guys. I've got some barrel racing coming up this week as well, and luckily things are kind of started to get rolling around here. It was kind of a slow start to the year when I came back, I felt like, but now spring's kind of showing up and more barrel races are happening. So yeah, I will talk to you guys on Thursday for Random Thoughts Thursdays.